What is up, guys? 10VivMan here, and I'm bringing you my first X and Y Wi-Fi battle, and it's been such a while since I've actually done anything with Pokemon on this channel, because it's been just hectic stuff, and it's been a pain trying to do EV and IV breed and stuff, and even then, I don't have everything fully done, you know? I mean, like, this Tyranitar here that I have in my party is not very good at all, and it's a very interesting spread. So, but looking at the teams, his biggest threats are probably going to be his Venusaur, Lucario, and probably Greninja. I myself have some quite big threats, including the Aegislash. Diggersby is a very underrated threat. Azumarill, now that it's a fairy type, it can destroy almost anything. So, without further ado, let's get that battle started. And I am so excited to bring this content to you. I mean, this is probably one of the only teams I'm going to be using for a while, just due to the fact it's taking forever to train stuff. So, I'm going to lead off with the Tyranitar. Now, this Tyranitar is a relaxed nature. I mean, I didn't have really any access to Dittos at the time when I made this, so it's almost at max HP. It has some defense EVs, some special defense EVs, and I think a few attack EVs too. So, but anyway, he's going to trick me first turn. I really didn't expect it. I really should have expected it, but I didn't. And I give him a Rocky Helmet, and I'm stuck with choice specs. But the key point, I do get the Stealth Rocks up, which is huge, because, you know, getting hazards up is so vital to any metagame now. So, but anyway, I'm pretty much forced to switch out. So I'm going to go out and straight out into my Noivern, which is actually a Life Orb Noivern. And as I predicted, either between Volt Switch or Hydro, I know Noivern can take it decently. Noivern actually has solid bulk. I mean, it's not bad. This Noivern, I know it's a 31 perfect IV and special defense, but it doesn't have a high perfect IV and HP or defense. So, but anyway, I'm going to switch out now, predicting the Carping switch in and bring out the big threat in the form of Diggersby, who everybody thought was crazy and weird and stuff, but this thing's hidden ability is huge power, and this thing can just wreck almost anything. After a +2, I'm going to set up a Sword Stance, even though I know Lucario is still around, just because I want this thing dead, and I don't want this thing to set up Stealth Rocks. So, it actually sets up the Reflect, but that's really not going to matter, because I'm technically like +4 right now, and I'm just going to smack this thing with a super effective Earthquake, and down that Carbink goes, which is awesome. And yeah, this is exciting, and you know, the 5-turn Sandstorm thing with the abilities now kind of sucks. But now he's going to bring out the Greninja. Now, I could go for Quick Attack here, but I was kind of worried of the fact that the Reflect Up it wouldn't kill, so I decided to switch out and bring out my, what would I bring out? Tyranitar, because I know I can take pretty much any hit he wants to go for, because especially under the sand, Tyranitar's special defense is boosted, so I can take any one hit, as he does end up going for the Hydro Pump, which is fine. I really don't mind too much. I mean, look at those graphics, it's awesome. But, I take it not very well at all, but, you know, that's fine. Now, he's going to keep getting worn down by his Life Orb and the Sandstorm, which is nice. Now, here, unfortunately, he misses a Hydro Pump, which definitely, I want to say, mattered, just based on later on in the match. But I lock myself into Earthquake here. I have Stone Edge, Crunch, and Earthquake, and then, of course, Stealth Rock. So, I'm going to, now predict him to switch out into Rotom, and I believe I bring out my, I think I bring out my Noivern. I could be mistaken, or I can't remember what I predicted here, but he brings in the Flygon, and I actually bring out Heracross. I think it's because I predicted Rotom, and I predicted me to be outspeeding this. Now, this Heracross is obviously, as you can tell from the HP, is going to Mega Evolve and become the mighty Mega Heracross, probably one of the most underrated Mega Evolutions. This thing has a base 185 attack. It is absolutely a monstrosity, and can just destroy almost anything of the combination with stab attacks, and just, I mean, Skill Link is its ability, and everybody thought, oh, what the heck does this thing get, you know, have use for? And if it has Skill Link, I mean, it gets Arm Frost, but who needs Arm Frost when you have close combat? I mean, seriously, I just wanted to go for the safe close combat, because I didn't want him to bring out Lucario or anything, just wanting to take him Pin Missile. So, but yeah, that's one thing I get. One thing Heracross gets is Pin Missile now, and it also gets Bullet Seed, and it gets Rock Blast through breeding, which is pretty nice, and that's exactly what this Mega Heracross has. It's max attack, and I think it almost has max HP. I think I screwed up on one of the EVs, so it almost has max HP, but Venusaur takes that close combat perfectly, as I bring out Tyranitar to take the Sleep Powder, which I know is pretty much incoming. So I get put to sleep, which is fine, and this is where the Hydro Pump definitely came into, the Hydro Pump miss earlier definitely came into factor, because I wouldn't have had my Tyranitar to take that. But, So that was definitely unfortunate, because now my Tyranitar is my sleep fodder, and I can pretty much let it die whenever it needs to. As I noticed, I decided to bring out my Agislash, which has max HP, max attack, and it's actually a Brave Nature Agislash. But Agislash is by far one of the biggest threats in this game, just in general, because of its amazing ability, amazing stats, and just amazing typing and attack coverage. It's just a fantastic mon, and unfortunately for me, he goes for the Leech Seed. I really don't want to deal with that, so I believe I'm going to predict the Rotom switch here, and I'm going to go out into my Noivern, because I do not want to stay in risking the Leech Seed or anything. So I decide to switch out and bring out my Noivern, because if he does decide to stay in, I know Noivern can take any hit that Venusaur really has to dish out at me. So out comes Noivern, and this thing is going to drop a Draco, because that's what Noivern does. It is the fastest dragon, and look at this animation, guys. Holy crap. Oh, I'm gonna love Wi-Fi battling now. I mean, seriously, I haven't played PS in way too long. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, but anyway, Rotom just dies, which is freaking amazing. Now, if I had the battle points, probably would have bought the choice specs, but I'm like, I'll buy Life Orb and see how Noivern works with that, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, of course, I have Timid Noivern to outspeed pretty much any other dragon, as he now brings out the Flygon. Now, here, I predict the Earthquake, because the switch out to, Azumarill is a little too obvious, so I bring out my Heracross, and look how well it takes that Earthquake. That's fantastic. I mean, Heracross may have had lowered speed, but it has much better bulk. That's why I'm fully invested in HP, because it really takes advantage of that bulk. But now, he's going to switch out. I know he's going to bring out the Venusaur, not wanting to take a close combat. So now I go for the Skill-Link Pin Missile. Look at this, guys. Look how much that's doing. And Pin Missile is buffed to 25 power. This attack is going to obliterate Venusaur. Probably one of the biggest defensive threats is now gone, which is absolutely fantastic. Mega Heracross really showing how powerful it is, and it's just, what a threat. I mean, holy crap. But anyway, out comes the Greninja again, and I really got to switch out. I'm not wanting to take any hit. So I'm going to bring up my Azumarill, because I'm pretty much predicting the Hydro Pump here. Now, what I was kind of foolish in the fact that I could have let Tyranitar die there, but no, I'm like, I'll just bring out Azumarill and see what happens. And I get smacked with a Life Orb Torrent boosted Hydro Pump, so that wasn't very intelligent, as he now decides to switch out the Greninja, which was, I don't know how good of a play that was, especially since he's going to die to Stalfrox next switch in, as he actually brings out the Flygon, pretty much his death fodder, because he knows the Aqua Jet is coming. Of course, I am Choice Banded, and I mean, Azumarill, now that it's a fairy, it is just so powerful. It does have access to the only physical fairy move, Play Rough, and it just destroys just about anything. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even need Double Edge anymore. It has Play Rough. Who needs Double Edge when you have Play Rough? But now out comes probably the biggest threat on his team, which is definitely the Mega Lucario. He's going to Mega Evolve the Lucario, and it's just a massive, massive threat. And I really just wanted to stay in. I really didn't know what to do. So luckily, I take the Bullet Punch decently, now that, Azumarill is now neutral to Steel as opposed to being resisting it thanks to the Fairy typing. Aqua Jet is over half, which is awesome, as he proceeds to finish me off at an extreme speed, which was kind of, whatever. I mean, I could have brought out my Agislash to take it, but I'm like, I'll just sack it. So, as he now ends up going for the Flash Cannon, which I really don't understand why he's running Flash Cannon, but, that's a thing. Anyway, but, Agislash is now going to go for the Sacred Sword, and proceed to absolutely destroy that Mega Lucario, and the big threat is now gone. His final mon, of course, being the Greninja, and as I restore my leftovers, and that's the only leftovers I have so far. Maybe I have to beg for leftovers for my subscribers, please? Anyone not using them, can I have them, please? Yeah, that'd be nice. But anyway, Greninja's gonna die to Stalfrox, and guys, that will be the battle. A 5-0 victory for my first ever competitive Wi-Fi match, which is pretty awesome. And, yeah, it was fun, so I'm really hoping to get some more battles. Maybe not particularly with this team, but I have a lot more to EV train and stuff. I mean, this is just, as you can tell, the only special attacker I have on this team is Noivern, so I wanted to focus on some stuff I really like Diggersby and Azumarill and, of course, Agislash, and I just decided to try out Mega Heracross. It definitely turned out to be a very good mon. But, that'll be the game, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, sub, and see you later, guys.